And we're back! Remember that storage area? That huge storage area that I built? Basically almost completely full now. Oh, so much has happened, guys. So our coal mine is gone. Ooh, what? You're out of stuff and things. Materials required to perform deals not happening. Why are you not making honey? What is up the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Sl1pg8r here, hanging out today, doing stuff and things, playing some more Banished. Peeps, hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day. I'm excited to do some stuff and things today. In fact, let's just get right to it. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to upgrade some of these guys' houses. How many builders do we have on? Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me. Like I was saying, make sure if you like the video today, like it. Please don't forget to slash the flapping friggin' eye. And if you're new and you haven't already, flirm your deal right up the area, place. So, in the last episode, guys, let's get serious for a second, all right? All right, can everybody just calm down and get serious right now? We made this right here. It's pretty unbelievable. The Pick and Hen Tavern. It's a there's a lady. Do you see her? Don't go in your hole, lady. Oh, she went in the hole. So, the Pick and Hen Tavern is over here. We were giving our people luxuries right here. The total amount of stored luxuries that we have is 110. Other than that, stuff and things are going pretty good. We're getting close to 10,000 logs. Let's go ahead and pop over here real quick. What's our log limit even set for? Our gatherer's limit, 10,000 logs. We need more. We need 15,000 logs. We need to make sure that we're keeping production going all the time, because these things could start to drop off. And if we're doing our log deal or whatever, and like we get, there's no reason why we shouldn't have like a huge massive overproduction of everything. Same thing with food and stuff like that, but I think we have our food limit set for 75,000. In the last episode, we went ahead and built all of this over here. Rye, apples, lots and lots of apples. I think these are all apples, and we did that because we're making alcohol with apples. Right here, the Medieval Tavern is creating alcohol with apples. And for food. And then we did some rye, and we couldn't quite figure out what was going on with the rye. We did watermelons and chilies. We couldn't quite figure out what was going on with the rye. You know what we could do? Oh, no, not that guy. Olives. Maybe we could change this to chili oil. But once these start to produce. But anywho, so we couldn't figure out what was going on with the rye, but I created this guy, this distillery, which looks amazing. It's such a cool little building. I really like it. And I want to go ahead and use it. We can use the rye, but we need glassware and furnace fuel in order to start getting that going on. We built this new little area over here. We have a couple of the warehouses, remember? We got cotton up in this piece right here. We got, what was it, flax, I think, that we're storing inside of there. And everything's going really good. Our stone production, our iron production, our tools, and our clothing is going really good. Everything's going really good. So I think we want to focus on this guy a little bit, but we're going to have to change it up in order to get this going. So this guy's on dig clay, but I think we can set these guys to dig sand, but we might not do it with those things. There's something else I think we can use to get some hot sand action up in this piece, because I'm assuming I've never built the glasswares. I've never built any glass in the game before, and a lot of you guys know, if some of you might be joining us for the first time, a lot of you guys know, I play like multiple playthroughs of this all at the same time, but I've never got into making glass. But I can only assume that we need clay in order to do that. Pardon me, I said sand. We can only assume that we need sand in order to do that. So let's go ahead and squirt these guys back on. And everything's going good with our health of our citizens is at 4.5 hearts. The happiness of our citizens is at 4.5 stars. So I think we're doing pretty good with all that stuff. But yeah, over here in this little area, we got some more fisherman production. I built the tidal pool, which I've never actually done before. And it looks like it makes all sorts of really cool materials. Crayfish, mussels, oysters, seaweed, and pearls. It's all stuff my wife likes. And I'm not super into it. I don't like oysters, man. You know what, oysters? It's like eating a loogie. You know what I'm saying? It's like all slurpy and slimy and salty and gross. My wife loves oysters. She's all about it. But yeah, so yeah, stuff's going on really good. We got storage warehouse stuff and things going on. Everything's going good over here. All right, so what's kind of the next order of business? I'm trying to think here. We got a cemetery rate going on over there. Let's take a look inside our warehouse. Our building supplies are at 57. Our homewares are at 58. If we want to upgrade these guys, we need to get into fancy homewares, but that's like a story for another day, I think. That's a story for another day. Are you out of linen? Why are you out of linen? You're making linen, aren't you? Dry goods limit? Yeah, they should be fine. Oh, no. They're not out of linen. They're at their maximum. All right, so... Oh, baby, I forgot to show you this in the last episode, too. I built this huge graveyard. It's absolutely massive. But I think the graveyards, like, help with the happiness. Because for some reason, but I don't think there's any way you could ever, like, build enough graveyards to house all of the stupid people who are dying in your town. They just die so unbelievably fast. It's redonkulous. Yeah, so as we do the episode today, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these houses, all these houses. We're going to go ahead and switch them over to the country houses. And then we already started these guys over here. We have some homes back in this area here. What are we, still on 17 builders? Yeah, we'll wait a little bit before we do these guys. We have 4 of them over here too, back in our like foresting area. So we're going to want to set those guys up with colonial houses as well. Our schoolhouse is full. No, alert status. Oh yeah, college. Fine, no problems there. And then, oh, I thought we had another college, but that must be a different playthrough. So, all right, let's take a look at the sand production deal and see what's going on with that. So I think if we go into our gathering oh wait, is this it? Shore house. Clay can be dug up for further processing at a glass works or brick works. So this is what I was thinking about making. And what I was thinking about doing is making them right over here. So it looks like I can fit one right there. And possibly another one over here. Now this is kind of like out of the way a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna get 2 of those going. Let's go ahead and speed up time here. And what I want to see is, I'm not exactly sure. I've used these guys before to make clay, but I'm not really sure if they make sand. So we have to get them built and see if that is going to be a thing. It's working perfectly. It looks like these guys are making sand, so you can actually have them do a few different things. I normally use them for digging clay, but they can dig sand. They can catch turtles or frog legs. They can collect reeds as well. But yeah, so that's the thing. They're doing it. And the little houses look cool. It looks like there's like a little, like a bucket and a pit that goes down inside of there. They got a deal inside of here. And I think they're doing pretty good. It looks like they've already made, like, this guy's got 160, 170 sand. Same over there-ish, 150, 155. So it looks like it's working out pretty good. Now, as far as the glass deal goes, let me go ahead and show you. This is what we're looking at here, the glass works. This is what it looks like. It's just a little house deal. We have a couple spots where we could place it. We could squirt it right up inside of here. It's not a bad little location. Maybe like that. Maybe in the center a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe right over here. And I like this area because it's really close to where we're getting our sand production. We could move down over here. And we could set it back. Can we fit it there? No, right over here. Yeah, we could set it over here, right by the town hall. I think that's not a bad spot either, but we can always use that for something else. I think I always try to be pretty efficient if I can be. So having it up in this early type area would be the best. I think we're going to face it. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? What do you think? Like this? Like that. We'll put it like this. Bam. So we'll put our glassworks down right over there. Now, let me go ahead and speed up time and we'll see if we can't get that thing built. But another issue that I'm having is that, I don't know if you noticed up inside of here, before we even built this, we have 5 builders that are like stuck building. I don't know what they're trying to build. I know the frames are terrible. That's just the game in super fast mode. So we had an issue with builders being stuck before when I was trying to do those trees. And we were trying to build decorative trees down here and they need saplings, which we don't have. So I just demolished all the saplings, you know, going like this, and I would be able to see them. Like if I planted a sapling there, I could see that it would be there. It would be red. So I don't know what those 5 builders are trying to do. I checked all these all over again, all the backs of all these areas where we have all these buildings where I tried to place those trees, and there's nothing there. So I don't know what those 5 builders are trying to build, but they're absolutely stuck. Whoa, did I accidentally just do that? Oh, that was close. I almost demolished it. We could have just reclaimed it. But anywho, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these guys as well. These, while everybody else is working, we'll go like so. And yeah, when our glassworks gets up and running here, how close are you to being built? Looks like it's going to take just a second. We're going to check that deal out. And now our apple production and all these fields that we just went ahead and kicked on from, I don't know, it's been a couple of seasons. It looks like they're finally producing stuff and things. But I feel like it's late spring now. We won't have the harvest until, as a merchant, we won't have the harvest until the fall. So, but I'm not really sure about how our food production is going. All right, so we could get into some stuff and things down here. Barley, corn. I think we've already got peaches. Do we have peaches? We don't. I just bought figs, by the way. So we could get some hot peach action going on up in this piece. I don't know why it is, but I like doing fields. 3,500 divided by 2, 1750 divided by 2 is 925. Is that right? And then 925 right here. Did I just do my math right? Oh, overpaying by 200 units. So is it, wait, 875 and 875? Yes, okay, 875 and 875. I didn't get my math right. All right, so we get that guy going up inside of there. We have nomads in the hall, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do nomads because, look, if we go into our grass, we look at our food production, it looks like it's coming back up a little bit. Each one of those spikes is the autumn harvest. So we got to definitely make sure that we have a better production of food. Because look at this, guys. Like, we have 76 kids in school. We have 67 our students, or children, pardon me. We only have 266 guys. I want to get this up to 500. That's kind of my goal, is to go to 500 and see if we can't get 500 people in our town area place. I've never done that before. So, all right, we're going to set that at 2. We're going to set that at 2. Oh, crap. We need 23. We need furnace fuel. All right, so we forgot about making furnace fuel. So let's take a look at our area here. Where is the furnace fuel guy? Right here, fuel refinery. Small fuel refinery. I think this is it. Convert them into hotter, more desirable industrial smelters, hotter for blah, blah, yes. So this guy is what we need in order to do that. Now we should probably set this guy up maybe over here because it's over by where all of our log and stuff and things like that are. I don't know. A halfway point would be nice, but we can't place this. It's got the red circle, so we don't want to place it near like the town or whatever. So I guess we could do our furnace fuel right over here. That's actually a really good spot. We'll squirt that down right over there. And then once the furnace fuel starts to get created, we'll start getting some hot glass action up in this piece over in this area here. Let me go ahead and turn this on. Yeah, there's a little bit of smoke coming out of that. It's kind of cool. Is that what a glass deal looks like? You know what? I'm one of those. I don't know if you guys like do a lot of Instagram like surfing. Like I surf on Instagram all the time. How many extra guys do we have? Let's kick this up to about 30. And then also no nomads. We're going to take and harvest all this stuff right inside of here. Like so. We're going to harvest all this stuff right here. Bam. So, yeah, I look on Instagram or surf Instagram and I search it all the time. And there's these guys that do like glass blowing. And I always watch the glass blowing on Instagram. It's so cool looking, man. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's like completely fascinating, mesmerizing. Oh, what do we got going on over here? Make bricks. Make bricks. Make bricks. Make bricks. Wait, are you actually out of deals? You're out of clay? Materials limit? It looks like they're just not working fast enough. Friggin' lazies. All right, so we got to get the furnace fuel online. Once that starts to go, we'll start making our glassware. And I'm pretty sure that's all we're going to need. We're going to need the glassware, and we're going to need more additional furnace fuel. So hopefully you'll make enough for everything. And then inside of here, this distillery should start making whiskey, which is going to get everybody drunk and make them hump and make babies, which is exactly what we want. And we're back! 0 builders required. Nail the days that can't be stopped. All sorts of stuff and things have happened, peeps. First and foremost, I have upgraded all of our stone houses to whatever these are called, the country houses. And all of our guys are country houses now. So these are country houses. These are country houses. These are country houses. It's all country houses, even down inside of here in our new area that I made. So we started to run low on wood because when I built over here, when we went ahead and built the fuel refinery, it started to use firewood. And so we started to burn through our firewood. So our firewood pit guys, what are they even called? These guys right here? These guys, the firewood yards, they started to produce more firewood, so they were sucking up more logs. And so we had a bit of a shortage. So over here, I went ahead and built a couple more of the houses, the country houses. I put another firewood yard in. I put another forester lodge in, but I put one of these in. Somebody made a comment on one of the last videos, one of the previous videos, talking about a dense tree shack. So actually, you know what? Let's kick that up to 2 guys, like so. And we're going to see how this works out, because I think it cuts and plants similar to the forester lodge. I decided to put them right next to each other just to see how it's going to work out. So far, not the best. This guy doing way better. So I'm not really sure if it's because... I don't know if this guy isn't doing good because this forester lodge is here or what the deal is. But I needed to build it. And I thought that for a second this might act like one of these coal shacks. I thought maybe it only like made wood and didn't actually cut it. So that's why I built them over there like that. But yeah, we got a nice little area over here now. We're getting our wood production online. We're getting our firewood or our fuel back up and running. And so that was going good. So the builder thing, how we have 0 builders now. So I thought to myself, there must be a place where I didn't delete some of those trees. And there was one right here. Here are 2 trees we built. Look at our little area. It looks so great. I don't know if I can actually select these. Yeah, white lilac and a dogwood tree. They look so beautiful. And I had a little fenced area around here. It used to be all road or street. But I changed it up right in betwixt the 2 medieval tailors. Whoa. Toggle pinning this one. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, so it looks really good, but that's what it was. And the reason that I found out about that is because I built this guy over here, the greenhouse. So we built a little greenhouse. It only can allow 1 person to work in it, but it creates seedlings like a boss. We got, I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't even think, like, it's kind of silly how fast it creates them. Let's take a look at our inventory right here for seedlings and see how many we've got. 293 already. Like, super crazy. Once we get to like 1,000, I'll just shut it off. I don't know if there's any sort of... Can we use them as inventory? If we could trade with them, yeah, maybe. Let me go ahead and move 50 in here just to see if they're tradable. Because if that's like... I mean, that could be a totally awesome way to get like trade materials that are basically free. I mean, I don't think this thing uses any fuel or any sort of anything. It just grows... seedlings. So if that's the case, then awesome. We'll use that as trade fuel. And we can now put up some more of these guys. Oh, there's one right there. This little friggin' deal. I swear to God, I thought that was deleted. What the crap? Anyway, that's why we had those guys going. So also harvested all the stone and all the iron. I had to up our limits. We're at 6,400 stone now, 2,700 iron. I built this huge storage area out here just to make sure. Storage yard. We have these are coal and material storage deals, but I want to make sure we have something else just because a lot of this is starting to get really full. Look at these, man. They're super amazing and super full. So yeah, our fuel refinery is working great and all this is working great. We got to keep an eye on this thing. We're going to be running out of coal soon, and remember, we need that coal for our carbon steel tools. So we absolutely must have some. So I'll just keep an eye on that. But all of this comes down to what do we got going on over here? So our sand production is pretty much on point. And then over in this guy, I think I had him making glass before, but I switched him over to glassware. And he's producing a glass load of it. It looks like, yeah, we had him on the previous season there. He produced 128 glassware, and that is feeding over into here. And our distillery is up. What? What have you out of? Oh, is it not making enough glassware? Well, we have 328 luxuries now. This guy is working. It made 209 spirits last season. And it made 121 spirits so far this season. If it's out of glassware, I mean, I don't think I can up the production of glassware. No, I got 2 guys in there working full blast. And then how's our sand production doing? Let's take a look inside of here and see. What do we got for sand? We have an excess of sand, 579. So we can actually probably create another glassworks deal. And that might not be a bad idea. So then we can produce even more of this, which is good. All right. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I don't want people getting too drunk. So, yeah, that's all the stuff and things that have been happening for the update. But, all right, the last thing that's going on, you can see our food is at 37,000. If we take a look at our graphs, it's not keeping up. And I'm kind of confused by this because we added a massive amount of food over here. Remember, our food was doing really good. Like, our food had come down a little bit. We added some people. It came down. It started to come back up. And I'm not really sure exactly what it is that's using up our food now. We have more people, that's for sure. But I only think we have, like, maybe 40 more people. And it strikes me as odd that they would eat, like, 5,000, like, you know what I mean? I guess maybe they do. Because each one of these is producing, like, 1,000 apples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7,000 apples. If there's 40, I mean, what's the math on that? Each one of them has to eat like 750 apples. But maybe in a whole year, you might eat, I don't know, a lot of apples. You know what I'm saying? So if it's 350 people, and we're using some of this stuff like the rye is going to making the whiskey, watermelons and all this and chilies and stuff we're using as food. But a lot of these apples are going into producing beer to make people hump so they can make babies. So yeah, we're not taking in any more nomads, that's for sure. We don't need those guys at all. Oh yeah, you know what? So I want to check out really quickly. Inventory. How's our cotton deal? 5,000. You know what? I think it's time to freaking turn these guys off. So I mean, we have cotton for days and days. So let's go ahead and turn the work off on these guys, and then we'll turn those guys off like so. So the next order of business is we need more food production. We need even more food production. So in this area right here, what I could do just to kind of stem the flow or stem the hemorrhaging a little bit is we could go ahead and grab a gatherer. There's a gatherer right there. I think this one does a bigger area. So maybe we'll go ahead and squirt a gatherer down right there. We'll squirt a hunter deal right here. And probably if we're going to do all that, we'll grab a couple more houses around here too. Maybe we'll put them like over here so that the people working have spots to live in that area. That should give us a little bit of food production, but not that much. So we're going to need to figure out a new area to like craft to create a huge amount of more food. If you take a look at the map right here, what I'm thinking about doing is trying to expand just all the way around the river here. So that means that we have like a big mountain right there. It's kind of in the way of stuff and things. So we kind of got to come up here and do stuff and come around. So that would be up into this really type area right here. I don't think there's anything over here that stops us from building residences. So really what we'd want to do is start off with, let me see here, a market like here. Hold on. Bam! We did it. We're just doing it. We're just going to go for it. So let me go ahead and grab a road. And then I think right here is where that is. Bam. And yeah, so we're going to start like another little ecosystem in this whole area right here. Kind of similar to what we did down over here, where there's a central area with churches and that sort of stuff. And then the market's in the center. And then we'll build around that and build all sorts of stuff and things over there. So yeah, the next order of business is develop this area up a little bit. And let me go ahead and speed up time here. Let's get our market going and then get some more residentials and then a huge amount more food. And we're back. Remember that storage area? That huge storage area that I built? Basically almost completely full now. Oh, so much has happened, guys. So our coal mine is gone. It ran out of coal. So I can't remember if I built this on camera with you guys or not. I put a tunnel mine over here. It makes iron. I think it's actually iron ore. Coal and stone. It's a nice little deal over here. But the problem, and this is the problem, this is one of the reasons why I like these things better. One of the only reasons why I like them better. I mean, they're ugly, they take up a huge amount of land, but one of the reasons I like them better is because there's nothing I can do now. Now that I've torn this down, there's this big, like, lump there. And if I was to use the terraform tool to flatten it out, this needs to be a mountain. And I don't think I have a way. Oh, is there? Maybe I could. Maybe I could flatten it and then raise some of it back into a mountain with this raise tool. I didn't know that that was a thing. But yeah, it may be. I don't know. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and find out real quick. Well, let's go ahead. I'm worried it'll be ugly. I think we'll just leave the big lump. We'll figure out something for coal. I mean, we have plenty of coal. The coal stitch is under control for sure. But the food stitch is not so great. I placed a little tiny town hall over here. We can go into our graphs now and go to food and go over the last 25 years. So it looks like it's coming up a little bit. But all this production that we've added inside of here, we have coffee beans now, peaches, figs, quinces, oranges, apples, and more peaches. And then up down here, I made hops because I think we're going to put a little brewery for hops over here. Some corn, some potatoes, and some radishes. Over here, I made double big fields, cucumbers, and eggplants, some new seeds that I got. I've, from the trader, got some leghorns and bison up in this piece. The weird thing is the bison aren't doing anything. I'm not sure if I need to build a bison butcher, but normally whenever you're using any of these guys, like if we come down here, let me see here. These horses, I think, for instance, yeah, chevel, that's like horse meat. It's automatically created. If you go into the pigs, pork is automatically created. I think when it gets to like its limit of 7, when one more is born, it slaughters it. So maybe we just haven't got to the slaughter point yet. But one of the things I noticed is that we don't have any beef cows, man. So the next time we have beef cows come into the trader, we'll go ahead and put those guys right over here. We built a couple of upgraded storage warehouses. We put a nice big chapel church in here, which looks really nice. And then we started off with some homes in the market. I got a college going over there. And then we haven't done this yet, but I figured since we were using the coffee beans, they're starting to make coffee beans, we would start to make coffee. This is a cool little coffee house. And I added it in right there, and I think it looks really, really good. I think we've pretty much stemmed, like, the fall of food. So we're probably going to build up some more houses around this area right here, and then some more fields out and around the exteriors there. Down into here, I built 2 of these guys, the dense foresters, the dense tree shacks. Look how dense it is, man. It's crazy. But here's a little bit of issue. They occupy less area than the other foresters. You can see last season 392 logs. Last season 224 logs. If we come over to here, let me see here. One of our foresters that's over here. So this is like a way bigger area. Honestly, it's probably 1, 2, 3. It's probably about 4 times as big. Yeah, 476. That's not that much better. For how much area it uses, another 400. So these dense tree shacks seem to be working pretty good. And how's the one that's working over here? That's only 226 right next to this forest lodge, which has done 553. But the reason I think this one's doing so good is because there's the dense forest lodge right here. Also, if we ever had a problem with wood, we could always manually harvest all of this, and it would be a huge influx of wood. It would be absolutely unbelievable and amazing. So there's our new little area. What else did we do? Oh, we got the refinery online. We got all of the houses upgraded to country houses. It's actually been quite an afternoon of playing this for this one episode, but it's definitely worth it. I like seeing our town come along, and I'm really excited to see it grow. I'm really excited to see how big we can get it. You know, as it grows, like, things start to get weird and Banished once you get up around like 350, 400 people. I find it, at least. So it's going to be interesting to try to manage it all. But yeah, oh yeah, also I added a library right over here. 2 members to the library. I don't know if this, one of the things I forgot to mention is I found out the barber shop and like the dentist, they basically count as like a doctor's office. If you have an outbreak, the infected people will go there and they will be healed. So it might be a little bit of an overlap to have these 2 here, but anyway, I don't know what the medieval library counts as. It might count as a school, because that's why it has 2 members. Actually, no. Because it doesn't use the teacher. What is that icon? I don't know if I'll be able to find it. It's so hard to tell with those little teeny tiny icons what they are. No, I don't see it. Clerk or cleric. That's what it counts as. So he counts as a cleric. So I don't know if that counts as a church or what the deal is. But yeah, our town is coming along quite nicely. Our new little town area is good to go. And that's going to be it for today, peeps. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me. Make sure if you like the video, please don't forget to show your support and smash the thumbs up button. Feel free to share and favorite the videos you see food. And may the stuff and things be with you.